Hans Liebeschütz, 1893 to 1978, German, Liebeschuetz, was a medieval historian. He is best known for his study of John of Salisbury.Born in Hamburg in 1893. He attended the universities of Hamburg and Heidelberg. After emigrating from Germany in March 1939, he later became a reader in medieval history at the University of Liverpool and later emeritus professor. He helped found the Leo Baeck College, which is now a privately funded rabbinical seminary. He was born in Hamburg in 1893, son of the physician Samuel Liebeschütz and his wife Lizzie Olga Liebeschütz, née Schoenfeld. He first attended the scholars' school Gellerdenschule Johanneums in Hamburg and studied from 1912 at the University of Berlin. From 1914 to 1916, as a lance corporal serving with the Mecklenburg Regiment, he faced the French on the Western Front at the Battle of the Somme. His actions while raiding French lines led to the award of an Iron Cross Class II. After serving for 2 years, he contracted pneumonia and left the battle to recover at the military hospital at Geesthack on the Elbe near Hamburg. From 1918 onwards, he continued his studies on a course shortened for war veterans, a Kriegsnotsemester, at Heidelberg University in medieval history. He received his doctorate in 1920 under Karl Hamp. The subject of his dissertation was titled The Relations of Frederick II, Holy Roman Emperor, to England after 1235. From 1920 he worked at a Realschule, secondary school, in the St. Pauli, entertainment district of Hamburg, and then moved in 1928 to the progressive Hamburg Lichtwerkschule. Helmut Schmidt attended the school, graduating 1937. He found working at the school stimulating, but being Jewish was forced to leave in 1934, as a consequence of the law for the restoration of the professional civil service, a law passed by the National Socialist regime on April 7, 1933, 2 months after Adolf Hitler attained power. As a war veteran, he was allowed to stay in employment for an extra year after this law came into force. In 1922 he co-founded the B'nai B'rith Lodge of Hamburg. In addition to his work as a teacher, he was a member of the Warburg Institute. There he met Fritz Saxel, who was later to assist him in emigrating to England. In the year 1929 he habilitated with the writing The Allegorical Worldview of the Holy Hildegard of Bingen. After his dismissal from civil service in 1934, he had the good fortune to find employment at the rabbinical seminary for training liberal Jewish rabbis, the Institut für die Wissenschaften und Studentums. This institute became an informal Jewish university. Here he taught medieval philosophy and was able to establish a relationship with Leo Baeck. In his spare time he devoted himself to Jewish adult education and lectured at various Jewish schools in Hamburg and Berlin. In 1938 his family emigrated to England, while he initially remained in Hamburg. After the November pogroms of 1938, he was arrested and interned for 4 weeks in the Sachsenhausen concentration camp, being released on December 11, 1938. In March 1939 he decided to follow his family to England. The departure was delayed by waiting for his mother's visa. In 1940, as an enemy alien, he lived in internment on the Isle of Man. From 1942 he taught Latin at various schools in England. In 1946 he was hired as an assistant lecturer at the University of Liverpool, and the following year he became a British citizen. From 1955 he worked at the University of Liverpool as a reader, the grade below professor. In the same year he was involved in founding the Leo Baeck Institute. In 1957 he received the title of unscheduled professor from the University of Hamburg, whereupon he held regular guest lectures there from 1960, the year of his retirement in Liverpool, until 1963. In 1960, he became a corresponding member of the Monumenta Germaniae Historica and in 1969 the Göttingen Academy of Sciences. Throughout his life he remained very close to the city of Hamburg, and was able in 1977 give a lecture on Alfred Lichtwerk in the auditorium of the former Lichtwerkschule. In 1924 he married the Leipzig-born physician Rahel Plaut, 1894–1993, daughter of the physician and bacteriologist Hugo Karl Plaut, with whom he had 3 children in the following years: Wolfgang, born in 1927, ancient historian; Hugo, born in 1929, doctor; and Elizabeth, 1932–95, horticulturalist. Plaut's father was from 1913 to his death in 1928 head of the Mycological Research Institute at the medical faculty. Rahel was the first woman to do her habilitation at the medical faculty of Hamburg. Peter Classen, obituary Hans Liebeschütz. In German Archive for Medieval Research 35, 1979, p. 711–713. Wolfgang Liebeschütz, Liebeschütz, Hans. In New German Biography, NDB. Volume 14, Dunker and Humblot, Berlin 1985, ISBN 3-428-00195-8, p. 489-f, digitized. Silke Kaiser, Hans Liebeschütz. In Biographical Bibliographic Church Lexicon, BBKL. Volume 29, Dotz, Nordhausen 2008, ISBN 978-3-88309-452-6, SP 813-821. Kirsten Heinzen, Rev. The Jewish Hamburg. Göttingen 2006, ISBN 3-8353-0004-0. Silke Kaiser, Liebeschütz, Hans. In Hamburg Biography. Volume 1, Christians, Hamburg 2001, ISBN 3-7672-1364-8, pages 184 to 185. References